Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my midnight live streaming where we talk about the state of our nation. And tonight we'll be talking about so many things, especially what is happening in our country today, because we conducted an interview today, and a lot of people, especially people from the southeastern part of the country, it seems that they are not interested in joining anything like protest in Nigeria. It seems that they don't want to do anything protest, anything called protest. They don't want to do it. So I started thinking about the reason why these people don't want to carry out any protest or want to join any protest being organized by people, because come 5th of August, the convener of the Revolution Now protest, that is Omoyonde Sowore, also the presidential candidate of AAC, they have fixed that 5th of August as a nationwide protest. And a lot of people are preparing to join them in that nationwide protest, while others are feeling reluctant. Others are saying, no, we aren't going to join the protest, because if we join the protest, the federal government, they will come after us. Some of the people from the Southeast said, if they join the protest, they will tag them as IPOB members, that they will, treat them separately. So tonight, I want to hear your opinion. You're watching me. Why is it that you don't want to join the protest, or are you ready to join the protest that is coming on the 5th of August 2024? Because a lot of persons are giving so many reasons. Some persons were referring to the NSAS protest, that during the NSAS, that so many people were killed and so many people were injured. And the federal government said that they did not do anything. But recently, that was the day before yesterday, the ECOWAS court found the federal government of Nigeria guilty and ordered them to compensate the victims of people who protested during the NSAS for violating their human rights and also for brutalizing them. So many people are not really happy, especially when they talk about protests in Nigeria. Now, the question I want to ask is, if we do not, carry out a protest, if we do not organize a protest, if we do not join protest, how do we think that things will change? Because these people, if you follow the legal process, you say you have to take government to court. Nigeria is not a country where you can take people to court, because the judiciary is in their pocket. So these are not stories that I will begin to tell you. It is what you know already. If you follow the ballot, we are not sure of the ballot. You might be lucky that you have a good INEC, maybe residents in your state, they will count your vote. Maybe in your local government, they will count your vote. But so many places in Nigeria, the votes does not determine who wins or who win the election. So if you follow the electoral process, you might not win them. If you follow the legal process, you might not win them. And that is why I'm trying to, ask so many people why you don't want to join the protest. Why is it that when they are calling protests, people will say, no, I don't want to join this and that. So that is part of the things I want us to talk tonight. And also, the second thing I want us to discuss tonight is about the new agitation that is coming from one northern senator, telling Tinubu that if he releases Nnamdi Kanu, that he's going to be in trouble, because Nnamdi Kanu don't want to stop Biafra agitation. So these are the two issues I want us to look into tonight. So you can write your comment on the comment section. Tell us what you think about this. And also there is a WhatsApp number, as you can see on the screen there. So you can use it to call us and share your opinion with us. So I don't really know why people don't want to join protests any longer. Because before now, if you talk about protests, people are eagerly ready to join any protest. People even want to carry out the protest. People want to join the protest. But I was surprised today, because I have a lot of videos that I'll publish tomorrow where we're asking people, are you ready to join protest again? Are you ready to join protest? That there is upcoming protest on the 5th of August. I'm surprised to hear from people who are telling me that no, that they are not ready to join because of the federal government, because of this, because of that. So I'm really surprised, because it's unusual. This is not the character of Nigerian youth, before NSAS. This is not the character of Nigerian youth. So if it is because of what happened during the election that is making some persons to say that they are not going to join any protest again. I think we should rethink, because this is not all about tribe. It is not all about a particular set of people. This is all about we who are victims. If this protest, before then, we are going to know how it is going to take place. If it is all the whole state, you can join it in your state. If everyone is doing it, it doesn't mean anything. I personally, I would be around, I will be on ground to join if it is my state. If it's not in my state, I will be in Abuja. So that is the spirit of solidarity. We really need to support those who really want all these leaders to stop what they are doing. Because Nigerians should learn lessons from what happened in Kenya. It is a big lesson to Nigerians. I know that, yes, we have done something like that before. We have carried out ensigns, and time in the past, there have been a lot of protests, upon protests. I understand that Nigeria, when they call for protests, that they really come out, because we are the victim. What about all these leaders? We are the victim. I and you, we are the victim. So if we do not do this, I don't think that there is anyone that is going to do it. I don't think there is anyone that is going to do it. So we have to really support people who are going to mobilize that very day and join them. It might be a peaceful protest, but I know that a lot of people are scared so that the protest will not be hijacked. If you listen to what is going on in the Senate floor now, every day senators will be telling the federal, the executive arm of government, telling Tinubu, also talking to themselves, that what is coming, that people are patient, that what is coming, that they will change them out of. So they already know what is coming. They already know what is coming. So I don't really know why people are afraid. So that is part of it. Then secondly, let's talk about the issue of the northern senator who is telling Tinubu that if you release Nnamdi Kanu, that you are going to be in trouble. Your administration is going to be in trouble. Everything about this government is going to be in trouble because Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stop the Biafra agitation. What do you think about that? Do you think that if Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu, as said by that northern senator, that he's going to put Tinubu in trouble? How? How is he going to put him in trouble? I used to tell people, until Nigeria will begin to face their fear is they don't want people to agitate to separate the country because they already know that the country is not working. So anybody who is agitating is going to have crowd, is going to have people that will follow him. Anybody who is agitating to separate from Nigeria must have backups. So that is their fear. And secondly, they are afraid of referendum. They know that referendum is not a crime. Referendum is a civil process. It's not like, it's just like when you are casting your vote. But the federal government, they are afraid. They are afraid of referendum. They are afraid of anything. They don't want to hear anything like that. And they realize that what they are doing is illegal. And people who want to agitate, that is their fundamental human right to agitate. Victoria Odi, good morning. Good morning to you. You are still awake. Emmanuel Ocheke, good morning. Welcome. It's a protest to archive exactly what under one Nigeria. Well, it is not. This protest is not all about. It's not even all about one Nigeria. You see, what I'm trying to explain is that we are being enslaved by these people. We are being enslaved. I know what I'm talking about. The reason why I said we are being enslaved by these people is because everything that we're supposed to be entitled to as a citizen is no longer there for us. Absolutely nothing is no longer there for us. So what are we talking about? If someone is sick today, you go to hospital, you don't have money, they can't treat you, you said you are a citizen. It's enough for people to carry out a protest. Some people will come out, you don't have money to go to school as a citizen, you can't go to that school. That is absolutely wrong. So there are so many things that are wrong. It's not even on about one Nigeria. Nobody is even protesting for one Nigeria. Sowore is not calling for protest for Nigeria to be one. It's not calling protest for Nigeria, to be in one Nigeria. He just called them protest because people are tired of the tyranny in power. People are tired of all these politicians who are in power. So that is the reason why he's calling for the protest, not any other thing. The last miracle you be. Good morning. So I'm happy to see you. Happy to see you too. Thanks for joining in. Dominic, good morning. They are afraid because they want to continue with their corrupt practices and have nothing well for the country they collectively destroy. Absolutely. They are afraid because what happened in Kenya sends a message to them. Every day, the senators will be on the floor there talking about what happened in Kenya, telling them that, oh, what happened in Kenya, you people should not allow it to happen here. But it's already late. It's already late. It's going to happen. So there is no two ways about it. Even though they cry from here till tomorrow, the date have been fixed and it is August 5th. I know Nigerians are angry. I know that that protest is not going to be as usual. So that is why some persons are having mixed reactions about it. Word of inspiration, good morning, welcome. And Linda Ifoma, good morning from Imo State. They say if they feel so good about their Nigeria, what is holding them from letting we Biafras go back to our country? Absolutely. You know, if you understand the situation in Nigeria or how Nigeria works, you will know that these people are benefiting from this contraption. Nigeria is like a business center. Take my words to anywhere. Nigeria is like a business center. So when you open a business center, you will not like the business to fold, especially the business that is giving you profit. The other day, I explained to you people, Dangote, as powerful as Dangote is, as corrupt as Dangote used to merge with them. But when it comes to the issue of crude oil, Dangote is important oil. And Nigeria, they will explore oil here and send it abroad. They will send it abroad. Why Dangote will go abroad and buy crude oil come to refine? So Nigeria is just a very, I don't know how to qualify the kind of place Nigeria is. So it's not making, these people, they are benefiting something collectively, because if not, I don't see any reason why they should not, let regions go to their separate ways, amend the constitution for people to have a referendum, and so on and so forth, so that we can live in peace as brothers. You can go to my country, I can come to your country, like we do to Ghana, Cameroon, Cotonou. But what we are seeing now in Nigeria is nothing to write about. So it's so pathetic. Words of inspiration say, in as much that I want Nigeria to end today, but as a Biafran, let Nigeria carry their cross. Nigeria is not worth dying for. Yeah, absolutely. As I was saying before, this is just what so many people are telling me on the streets today. A lot of people are saying, no, joining protests is not, it's not good, it's not allowed, because if we join the protest, they're going to kill us. If we join the protest, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. But this protest is not that you are fighting for Nigeria. But we have to collectively fight against people that have tied us. We are like, I'm sorry to use this word, we are like slaves. We are like slaves. What citizens enjoy, we are not enjoying it. What citizens benefit, we are not benefiting it. The gain citizens get, we are not gaining it. Absolutely nothing. What are we citizens for? So it is time for us to rethink, especially those who said they are not going to join the protest. I personally, I will be on ground. I will be on ground. I really want to join the protest. If the protest is going to be from state to state, there is nothing wrong joining from your state. It's not going to cost you money. It's not going to cost you anything. And it's a process of demonstrating an anger. And one thing people don't know is that protest is your fundamental human right. So nobody is going to charge you to court that you are protesting. I know your fear. Your fear is that maybe you think that people will come and hijack the protest, and so on and so forth. But I don't think it is going to happen. Mr. Smito, good morning. Charlie Smito says, Sowore has worked and still working for Tinubu. He immediately went back to the USA after helping to elect Tinubu. Nigerians should think Sowore fought P2B, helping to elect his master Tinubu. Is that serious? You are convinced that Sowore worked for Tinubu in this 2023 presidential election? Why do you think so? That Sowore worked for Tinubu? The last miracle UB says southeast can bring Nigeria down within days, but all this southwest and north region cannot stop as east and south. Okay. Victor Nnajiofo, good morning. Welcome. He says, Okocha, good morning from Australia. You are really doing a very well on your program on telling us the truth for people that want to hear. God bless you, my brother. God bless you too, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Dominic said, I don't trust you. Why is it that you don't trust Sowore? What happened that you don't trust Sowore? Please, if you feel like calling on WhatsApp call, you can call and tell us why you don't trust Sowore. Let us see your own conviction. You don't trust him that when they carried out the protest that people will hijack it or he's going to call off the protest before that day. I don't want to know why you say you don't trust Sowore, Mr. Dominic. In that middle school, you will say, oh, Eastern region hate bad governance. They are not afraid of talking. Absolutely, I believe. Words of Inspiration says, believe me, by the time Igbos join the protest, and for example, federal government hijack it and start burning things, they will tag it Igbos and Biafrans. This is what a lot of people are saying. Well, I'm not yet during the protest that they will hijack and start. It's Igbo people that are organizing it. Sowore is a Yoruba man, he's from the southwest. Please, you can convince me more. So this is exactly, now I believe and understand why so many people were telling those people that were interviewing them that they don't want to join the protest. I understand that when people were doing protests for hunger, people from the southeast said they are not going to join, that they are enjoying Tinubu's administration, and so on and so forth, because they want to express their anger. How other people join, Tinubu to rig the election against P2B. I understand that that is their own problem, but I think we should rethink. Let's rethink about it, because these people, they don't fear anything. They don't fear gun. They have their own protection. They don't fear all those things. Only thing they fear is this protest. Charlie Smith said the Sowore should not be trusted. Hello spent the whole of the time during 2023 election fighting P2B like Omokri. I believe that the reason why they were fighting P2B during the presidential election, I think, is because of jealousy. Because for them, maybe they believe that we have been on board, we have been campaigning since. Why should P2B just come out and the whole obedience started following him? He have a lot of followers like that. It's not them. So if you're in politics, you will feel jealous of the in Nigeria that is not a jealous in P2B. Because the crowd that is following P2B, the fans that P2B have, is not a fan that you can use money to buy. Even though you spend trillions of naira, you can't even have those kind of people on media, on ground, everywhere. They will organize 1 million march. They are not collecting dime, because all this APC, PDP, they know what it takes to organize, a rally. You will pay people that will come out. That is what they have been doing, because they don't have people who will do things for them willingly. Okay, Victor, good morning. Thanks for joining. I greet you, because I don't trust Sowore because he's a Yoruba man. Yorubas are all coming, and just like the primate Ayodele I love so much came out to say that over his dead body that Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. Anyway, one thing I understand is that it's not all about tribe. You see, if you still come to Southeast, the Igbo people, you will see saboteurs. You will see people who will still do bad things against you. If you go to every tribe, you will see it. So I believe it's not all about tribe, my brother. Words of inspiration. Our protest is incoming after 2nd of December. We have taken our position on Biafra. Dominic Ese, my brother Sowore has spoken with two mouths. In the past, he is not sincere with his action. He can be bought, and Tinubu is his papa. So if you are convinced of what you are saying, you can put in a call and let's talk about it, because I want to ask you some questions. Anyway, I think I do not oppose your people's opinion about Omoyele Sowore, but I believe that he's having a genuine mind to call for the protest, because of what is going on in Nigeria. Like when you go to the north, Professor Yusuf Osman was telling us on our Rise News the other day that people are dying in the hospital because of malnutrition. So these are the things that are going on in Nigeria. People who are sitting on top of gold, they are dying of hunger. In their city where their ancestral home, there is gold under, but they are in the hospital because of malnutrition. Who does that? Anyway, it's important we do this. It's important we put all these leaders where they belong, because even though you have your Biafra tomorrow, you have your Duduwa tomorrow, you have your Niger Delta Republic tomorrow, you have your Arewa tomorrow, all these politicians will still be like seeds inside us, but they won't have power again because the people power is going to suppress them. I understand that very fact. That is why, separation or going to region or disintegrating Nigeria is very important, because the bad elements inside them will be very easy to fish out and very easy to be handled, but they are still going to be there. If you don't learn how to handle them now, that time you might start learning it newly and it's going to be late. So I believe that protest is a civil right that we can use to teach these people lesson. In that miracle, you will say, I'm telling you this today. Sowore is backstabber. They are born to hate your people, the Igbos, and they can't stand that. They can't stand the heat. Well, I still digest some of the things you said, and I'm still asking questions, because when it comes to like Sowore, I have followed him. He's controversial. There is no doubt about that. Some of the things he says, sometimes he might make mistakes. So many things he will say. But when it comes to this revolution now protest, someone who has been detained for 5 years, has been in jail for 5 years, and they gave him, an order not to travel out of Nigeria for 5 years to see his family. And after everything, he started agitating again. I think it's a sign that he's trying to do the right thing. That is what I feel, though. That is just what I feel in my conviction. Charlie Smith says, if the influencers are calling for protest, a lot of people will join the protest, but not Sowore. Yes, you just make a very good point. You make a very good point. You see, I have a problem with influencers in Nigeria. I have a problem with Nigeria social media, bloggers, and so on and so forth. We do not realize that the future belongs to us. Anything that is going to happen in the future, if we do not set a good pace today, people should forget that Facebook is paying them today, because they are receiving money. Facebook is paying them. They don't care. Anything that happens is none of their business, because they will see money to feed their gas, eat food, maybe build 3-bedroom flat or build duplex. They think that life has ended there. But absolutely no. It is time for our influencers to understand what is going on in the country and start putting their mouth. I think they're supposed to be in the forefront, condemn for all these things. So that is my own opinion. But if the influencers did not condemn, Sowore is now condemning. So is there any different there? I think what is going to be done is going to be done. We are going to do it. We are going to do it. But let's see how it goes. Now, let us go into our second topic today. A northern senator told Tinubu, that was yesterday, that if he releases Nnamdi Kanu, that he's going to be in trouble, that his administration is going to be in trouble. How true is that? Let me know. Why would someone come out to say that if Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu, that Tinubu's administration is going to have problem? I don't understand the purpose why he's saying it. Well, he said because Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stop a Biafra agitation. How is Biafra agitation a threat to spoil Tinubu's administration? Let me hear from you. What do you think about that? Favor, please, good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining. So, well done, stars. For me, I don't see any reason why the Southeast should join in any protest. Any Igbo man that joins in the protest is a big fool, an enemy of Biafra. You think so? Well, a lot of people are serious about this. They don't want to join the protest. Wow. I'm surprised, though. I'm really surprised about this. Okay, Victor Okocha, I can sense Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and some other conspiracies loading in you. Go ahead and trust. Go ahead. Go ahead. Trust you because someone just started like you. Anyway, I am myself. Oh. I am myself, and I believe in what is right, and I do reject what is wrong. But I'm just my humble self, and I just want to be like this, just like I am doing a little voice. And I believe that together, the little that we can do it in our own capacity. Thank you so much for that. Emmanuel Ocheke said that people have been dying in the north of malnutrition since time immemorial. Okay, so you mean that what is going on in the north is not because of the current economic crisis? So that is how they have designed it. Let them in the so-called north lead the protest if hunger is their problem. Anyway, I think they are protesting in different way. I saw what Erufai's son wrote today. He said, even though the World Bank, the IMF will come to the rescue of Tinubu in 2027, that 2027, that the North is going to vote out Tinubu. So that is their own cause anyway. I don't think I have business with what he is saying. Dominic A said, what does that Northern senator have to do with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Does the North have enough issues as it is? That is the problem. That is just the problem. Good morning, everyone. Please, if you are just joining in, this is a program where we talk about the state of our nation, and we share, we share solution. We talk together to understand what is really going on in our country, and we read out comments to know what people are saying about the topics we are talking, and we also entertain calls to know what is in your mind. So thanks for joining in. The last miracle UB says, let the West and Northern start it. It has been East doing it for years. Absolutely, it has been East doing it for years. And where I see that this thing is coming from is because of hunger. You see, you can bear anything. You can bear intimidation. You can bear oppression sometimes, but you can't bear hunger. You can't bear it because there is no how you can bear it. So that is the problem. And that is why everybody is now shouting. The whole senators are shouting. They know that they are in problem. Let them go home. If they go home, they are going to meet what they do not expect. Emmanuel Ochieke, good morning, welcome. You say people have been dying in the north. Okay, you have said that before. So that is the issue. So I don't know the problem of this northern senator. Honestly, I don't know his problem. I don't know why he's saying that they should not release Nnamdi Kanu, because if Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu, that is going to be a bad thing for Tinubu, because Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stop Biafra agitation. I know that, honestly, that is the reason why they are still holding Nnamdi Kanu, because others that they have released easily, you see they are not agitating. Therefore, if you have, like, I have so many people like Wazurika, Sari Dokubo, Sunday Igbo, you can't hear all these people again. And the reason why they are agitating is still on. It's not as if the problem why they were agitating before has ended. But it's so pathetic. Nature, Annie, good morning. Thanks for joining. Saying, I didn't wear my brother, but I hope not. You will not change tomorrow. I hope you are not doing it just to get fans. Really? Maybe as time goes on, you will come to know me very well, my sister. Mr. Keke Vito said, all the so-called political elite in Nigeria were afraid of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because he can't surrender to anything but Biafra. That is all. That is why all of them are afraid. Honestly, not only now being afraid of him, they are also afraid of his influence. They are afraid of his influence. Remember when Nnamdi Kanu has not been jailed, or when he has been released before? Nnamdi Kanu was a threat to southeastern governors. That is why someone like David Umahi took that bold step to go and prescribe IPOB. It was David Umahi that did that. People don't know. He was the one that prescribed the IPOB. So the reason why he took that bold step, because they were intimidated. That was about 4 years ago. I don't know. It should be 4 years ago. They were intimidated by everything Nnamdi Kanu was doing. If Nnamdi Kanu is just going to somewhere at the junction, he will not announce it. But let him step out of the street. Before you know, almost 1 million people will be there. So these people are seeing that, oh, these people are respecting the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. They are not respecting our voice. So they have seen everything. The only thing they could do is to make sure they proscribe IPOB, and they started fighting Nnamdi Kanu. So that is the issue about this. So we all know that they are afraid. Even yourself, if you are in their position, you still be afraid though, because IPOB, according to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, he said if a governor can obey it at home. In other words, the IPOB are the one who are running the Southeast. But it's not far from the truth. That is the honest truth there. So let him get the fans. If it's not your business, this is not a place of content. Absolutely, this is not a place for content. This is not a place for content. I also have other channels where I create my content, but this channel is just dedicated to what is going on in our country. And we believe collectively we can always come out to say truth. You see the reason why I always allow people to call, we talk together, we read comments. So this program is totally different from other programs we used to do, because it is an avenue where we can talk together, understand what people are feeling, read people's comments, receive their call. We also go to the street to ask people in the street how they are feeling. So it's just all about to know the real truth, what is going on in Nigeria. You know, if you just come out sometimes, you begin to talk what is going on in Nigeria, people will say, no, you keep quiet. Nigeria, we have so many people in Nigeria. But when you begin to go to the streets to engage people, you come online, not just talking on your own, you start engaging people. You will understand how people are feeling. You will understand what is going on. So that is just the main purpose of this program, to understand what is going on in Nigeria, how the people feel, and also to tell the truth about what is going on. Not just about knowing what is going on, we must say the truth at all costs. And anyone who is saying the truth must, first of all, make sure that you are not hungry. If you want to say the truth, make sure that you are not hungry. Because if you are hungry, a hungry man can't say the truth. And that is what is delaying the revolution in Nigeria. People are hungry. So if you give them little thing, they will eat and forget about the revolution. They'll forget about their future because of food they are going to eat today. So that is the problem about the issue you are trying to talk. Jude Nwakego, good morning. Thanks for joining in. You say East has been protesting with sit at home, and no other section of Nigeria join. So East and South should not join. They should stay clear. Wow, I love your suggestion. The Southeast have been protesting, that their protest is sit at home. I love what you just said. And sit at home, people don't know that that is a protest. So every week, the Southeastern Nigeria are protesting. Sit at home is a civil protest. Anyone who even brought that sit at home, I think is a genius, because sit at home, no soldier will see you to shoot. You see why soldiers are mad that people are sitting at home? Because if you are protesting, they will hijack the protest. If you are protesting, they will do so many bad things against you. But once you are not protesting, you are sitting in your house as a civil disobedience, it makes them mad, because they don't know how to get you, because you are in your home. So what you just wrote now, Nwakego, that is a very, very nice something, very, very nice something for me. Very, very nice something. Sit at home is a very good thing. Okay, Victor say, this is 1:45 a.m. Let me sleep. Good night. Okay, thanks so much. Thanks so much, Mr. Okeke Victor. The last miracle, you be say, nature and you know first. Okay. You say, the mission of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the meaning of is the beginning of the wisdom to all Nigerian government. That is if they will understand, because they are not trying to understand what Nnamdi Kanu was doing. And a lot of people misunderstood Nnamdi Kanu. That is why I have taken it as a responsibility to tell the people and for them to understand what is going on about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government. You see, Nnamdi Kanu is someone who was agitating. And federal government said that it's against their law, that so many things Nnamdi Kanu do is against the law. Now, they charged him in 2015 and we are in 2024. That is going to 10 years. They have not found him guilty. How come they are unable to find him guilty? Someone that you people said that he's guilty of terrorism, he's guilty of treason, and so on and so forth. But you people charge him, getting to 10 years. The federal government, they were unable to, find him guilty. Favor, please, sir. I didn't hear anything again concerning the regional government. Please update me. Also about the additional state to be created in the Southeast. Yes, it's all about the bill. The bill is before the House of Representatives. So the bill has passed the second reading. So next month, the bill will start the third reading. And after the third reading, then they will do during the third reading, they will do the public opinion, something like that, where they will go and talk with people, just a process that they normally do. Then after that, if they pass it into law, they will now take it to the executive, which is the president, to assent it. When it is done, definitely they are going to return Nigeria to regional government. You see why I was hoping that would work is because it's supposed to be a thing that will help everybody. Let's take, for example, now, we have a regional government today where every 9 regions are administrating themselves. They have their own security, even though they are not sharing their resources in common totally. But let them have their own security, let them have their own region. They have their own soldier, police, they will manage it. I don't think there will be much issue again. And that bill, entails that there will be an amendment clause that will include a referendum that if any region want to secede out of the confederation tomorrow, they can secede in peace. So it's a bill that is before the House of Representatives and one in the House of Senate. So we are still waiting for it. Okay. George Azoka says, no reasonable Igbo man will join any protest in Nigeria because we are no longer part of it. Rather, we should be preparing to go home 2nd December 2024. I think there are some opinions that people have said before you wrote this. People are saying that every week the Southeasterners are protesting. And I love the comment so much. You see, sit at home is a protest. So if you said you are not going to join any protest, I think the reason should be because you are protesting every week. Yes. Then people want to join the protest, let them join. For me, I will be around to join the protest. But for so many people, I really understand what they are saying, that they don't want to join the protest at all because they have been protesting before. That has been sabotaging their protest. I understand everything. But the main important point is that every week, the Southeasterners are protesting. Sit at home is a protest. If they think that they can do the sit at home, let them sit at home. Different states, let them try it. So what the Southeasterners are doing, I don't think there is anyone from any part of the country that can do it. Emmanuel Ocheke said, if the Senate President Godswill Akpabio has confessed that even the governor obeys it at home, that means the Biafra protest is more valid, consistent, and effective, efficiently effective. Yes, there is no doubt about that. Even the blind man knows, even the people who are deaf, they know. So they know what is going on in the Southeast. If they say that they are going to do sit at home today, no bank will open in the Southeast. And I think it's a kind of solidarity, because there is no one who have lived in the Southeast for 10 to 15 years, or if you are born and brought up from the region, you will really understand that there are so many things that the federal government is doing against the people of the Southeast. Very, very important to understand. Samuel Onna, good morning. Welcome. He says obedience and revolution now should all team up together. APC out. Absolutely. That is what they are planning, and it is coming the 5th of August. Let me receive a call from a caller. Good morning. What they are planning, and it is coming the 5th of August. Please, can you reduce the volume of the video you are listening so that we can hear you well? Can you reduce it? Okay. Yeah, good morning, sir. You are welcome. What is your opinion about what we are saying?
My name is Sam Nature. I'm calling you from Spain.
Okay,
I'm calling from Morocco.
Okay, Signature calling from Morocco. How is Morocco today?
I started following your program based on it's like this station is dedicated to transforming our people.
Thank you so much, sir.
So that's why I said for that I hope you cannot change, you know. Not doing it because we are doing a very nice work concerning our people. Understand?
You know, when someone
my own opinion in this
yeah, tell us your opinion first.
My own opinion in this protest that we are doing is not because of the other people are not following us doing the protest. But you know, in Nigeria, anything that's happened concerning protests, anything that's happened, our people are the sacrifices lamb. No? They are the one that they must find one thing or the other to sabotage the protest. Once an Igbo man join the protest, they must find one way or the other to sabotage it so that they will have a chance of have one way or the other to attack our people, destroy our business, and so on. It happens every time and every time. So without even told, our people supposed to learn their lesson. All these protests don't need to come out in the street. The way we are doing it, is the best protest that even touch everybody. You know. So my own opinion is that I would like people not to join the protest because things happen. There are people that will be the sacrifice life.
So you are saying instead of them to join the protest, let them sit at home.
Yes, of course, it's better.
Yeah.
You know, so that he can, like you said it before, there's no any more chance now that Nigerian armies to attack our people. Now this is getting them mad. That's why they don't know how, because they cannot come to a drag you and shoot you. So thing is getting them mad. That's why they start to touch both the police and the army. They are very annoyed about it. But once we go for protest, our people come out. They must sabotage it and start killing our people. No?
I understand what you are saying, sir. You know, a lot of people on the comment section here has expressed a similar opinion. They are saying that it is better for them to continue their sit at home, not joining the protests that will be organized, because the federal government is going to, you know, target them personally and do all sorts of things against them. So I really understand what you said. Yeah.
Exactly.
So how is Morocco? How is the weather over there? The sun is too much in Morocco today.
As you know, this is summertime.
Yeah.
This is summertime.
All right, thanks.
The side I went is very it's a cool place. I went to time to
see
how things are going on.
No problem. Yesterday.
Like that.
All right. Yesterday, Northern Senator told Tinubu that if he releases Nnamdi Kanu, that his administration is going to be in jeopardy, because he said Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stop the Biafra agitation. And once he's released, he's going to make sure that Tinubu's government will not work. First of all, I said, Tinubu government is not working now. Which government are they trying to give excuse that they release Nnamdi Kanu that make them to fail? So what do you have to say about that? Are you there? Oh, his phone is muted. So let's read some comments. So I wonder why a Northern senator can come out to say that. In that miracle use, he said, if they hold him, they hold him still themselves. Not be juju be that. Government that doesn't know their left and right. What kind of animal do we have in the country calling themselves leaders? I don't really know. I don't really know. Samuel Onag, good morning, welcome. He says, Atiku should step down so P2B can win. That 6 million votes lost from PDP. Please, between Atiku to, beg Atiku to retire from politics. Nigeria are suffering. You see, so many people are no longer interested, Mr. Samuel. So many people are no longer interested in, in election in Nigeria. You know, I've been doing my research after the 2023 presidential election. so many people have been, they just hate the electoral process. They just hate the electoral process. So I don't really know if they can really participate well in 2027 election. But let's see what is going to happen before then as we receive our next call. Hello and good morning. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good morning, sir.
First of all, yeah, good. Thanks for your good job. But first of all, are you for Biafra or for Nigeria presidency?
Well, we are for the oppressed. We are calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And I believe on the mission of Nnamdi Kanu. I believe.
So which means that you believe Biafra, right?
Yes, and not only Biafra. You see, it's not only Biafra people that are suffering. You see the middle belts, they are still suffering. They are dying. They are being killed.
Yes.
If you come to my area, they are being killed. So we believe. You see what Nnamdi Kanu was doing. People misunderstand Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was profiling solution to what will help Nigeria. But people did not understand what he was doing. Hadn't been people understand what Nnamdi Kanu was doing, and they just follow what he was doing, it wasn't a bad thing at all. Someone who was calling for referendum, someone who was calling for restructuring that time, he meant well for them.
My brother, there is a reason why I asked you that question, and I believe you know the reason why I asked you that question.
No, I don't know. You can tell us, sir.
Your profile picture is the reason I asked you that question.
Oh, my profile picture. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. On WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I put it in 2023, and I love it.
Exactly, because if one thing I love about people is consistency. You stand what you stand. You believe in what you believe. You fight on what you believe. So now, but let's leave that side aside. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, when he started, as time goes on, things begin to unfold, and he began to see things, and he now saw reasons why it's not about Nigeria. Because when he started, what he was talking about was how we can fix Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
How they can stop the terrorism, how we can do all of that. You agree with me, right?
Yeah, of course.
That was how he started.
Of course, that is how he started.
Yes, in the course of the propagation of this, he now discovered that there was a bigger conspiracy. It was not just about marginalization, because that's where most of the political leaders and these people are getting it wrong. Of recent, the Biafra struggle has nothing to do with marginalization. Marginalization is just like 5% of the reason why Nnamdi Kanu insisted on Biafra, not restructure or no restructure. He now discovered that there is an agenda to fully turn Nigeria to an Islamic country. That agenda cannot be stopped by restructuring. So if you listen to him, that was even the Yoruba nation agitator, this Professor Akintoye, who pretended that he was fighting for Yoruba. Actually, go and listen to the man where he specifically explained in details why the structuring will not work. He told us that he went into the forest, met with all these Bororo Fulanis that were imported into Nigeria, and they explained to him in details that it's Islamization agenda, complete Islamization agenda. And you will agree with me because you just mentioned middle bets. Are you still with me?
Yeah. We can hear you. Go on.
Yeah, you will agree with me that agenda is actually very, very active and live. In the middle belt, you will agree. Santa Kaduna is almost gone.
Yeah.
In Benue State, they are claiming all the land. They will burn, destroy all the farms, chase all the farmers away, and they will take over the land. So it has nothing to do with. It's not about restructuring, about marginalization. Marginalization is just 10%.
Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you another question. What about in a situation where they will be able to convince people through the law they are going to pass? You know, I told you that there is a bill in the House of Rep that we give room for people who want to secede to have a referendum, number one. And this bill want to return Nigeria to regional government where people will, handle their security. First of all, let me take you back to Aburi Accord. You see the Aburi Accord that Gowon and others violated that Biafra and Nigeria signed in Ghana. If they have implemented that Aburi Accord, everything could have been going in peace. And if they will be able to return Nigeria to regional government, they give people the ability to live, they want to leave Nigeria, then the region, let people manage their own security. Let me tell you, if Yoruba people, yes, let me finish so that you will understand. You understand the angle I'm going.
Because I am aware of the bill. I am aware of the bill, but I want to tell you that bill is just a kind of deception to slow down the pace of the revolution that is the Biafra liberation that is coming. The Northerners, the core Northerners, will rather even allow for secession than regionalism.
Serious. So
that bill, I'm telling you, if that bill can still scale through, I would have been very, very comfortable with Nigeria. But I am telling you, mark my word, that bill is just to slow down, that kind of thing you say, you will be expectant, that kind of thing that if you were doing something, you say, let's also wait, let's see how this works, you understand? So you will not slow down what you are doing for them to implement what they are planning. Do you know how long they planted this Islamization of Nigeria? Since 1989 or so.
Yeah, like someone.
So you think,
like someone who is sponsoring this bill, this person used to say exactly what you are saying. So the person knows what is coming. That is why he's sponsoring the bill, and people are supporting him. In a situation.
The man, where is he from? Where is he from? Is he not a Yoruba man?
From Imo State. Ugochi.
Okay, so he's Igbo man. Now, how does he intend to pass the bill where the Northerners? So I want to give you an example. Now, I want to explain to you with evidence why that bill is not going to see the light of the day. You remember that there was a bill of recent that came to the House when they said they want to ban open grazing.
House of Senate.
Yes, in the Senate. What has happened to that bill?
I believe they just resumed that they have a lot of, they went for recess. We have not heard about the bill, but we are still giving them time.
I can guarantee you right now, mark my word, that bill is dead. You know why? They already brought out an aspect of the Constitution of Nigeria. Right?
Yeah.
And they now said an aspect of that bill they said it's not under the exclusive lists, which is the land that is under the concurrent lists.
Okay.
So because it's under the concurrent list, it renders that bill useless. The core Northerners have already dug that thing out. So that's why I'm telling you. You cannot pass the bill, those kind of bills. If the core Norths are not in support, they don't want this thing. Remember, the current Vice President of Nigeria once told you that restructure my food. Didn't you listen to it?
Yeah.
Or didn't you listen to?
I heard him say that.
He said restructure my food. That is the Vice President. IPP once said that they are talking about it. What is restructures? What is restructured? That Nigeria have been restructured. IPP said it. Those are the leaders in the core North. So when you are talking of regionalism, you just forget about it. It will take a camel's head to pass through the needle than for them to allow restructure. They would rather even allow Biafra to go. And that's why I'm saying, if they want to restructure, let them be restructuring while we are chasing our freedom.
Of course. No, of course. You see, in the quest of Biafra, the quest of Biafra has no obstacle at all. It is going as it is going.
They want to use it they want to use it to slow people down, you understand? So that you'll be hoping that something is about to happen. It will never happen. That aside, now I support you in the aspect of where you talk about the protest. I do not agree with Biafrans when they say they are not going to join the protest.
Okay.
Now, my reasons are this. the way we are fighting for this Biafra, the way I can see the present guy propagating this struggle, which is Samepa, the way he's going to do it, he's going to fight not a conventional war, he's going to fight asymmetric war, right? So which means that before you can actually get this Biafra, it's going to take up to about 10 years. Realistically.
Okay.
Because you are going to do guerrilla war. So it's going to be systematic. What is going to be happening is that it will systematically be taking out all Nigeria institutions in Biafra land. It's not going to be one day. You understand? Gradually, you take out this military barracks, you take out this cantonment, you take out this one. Then anywhere you take out, you remove all the government institutions there, and you replace it with Biafra institution. Then you try to protect and guide that territory. So it takes time. Gradually, so it's going to take time. Now, if there is an opportunity for a revolution, because if this protest starts, it's not going to be a protest, it's going to be a revolution.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Nigerians that are going to go on the streets, if they are confident enough to go on the street, knows what is going to happen. That this Tinubu is going to use brute force, just as he did in Lagos, to try to quell it, because he knows the danger. And the people that are going to be on the street are going to be ready to sacrifice their life to end this impunity that is going to happen. And it's going to be a complete revolution. So what I'm saying is, instead of Biafra saying we will not join, why don't they just keep quiet? Like, why don't we just keep quiet because I'm a Biafra? Let's keep quiet. Let them start it. When the thing is going on, then we will join, because it becomes easier. Because if the revolution happens, what is going to happen is that Nigeria will break up on its own. So it becomes easy. So a journey that is going to take 10 years, it will take 1 year, less than 1 year, we'll get it Biafra. So instead of us,
I still have another thing. You know, if we are thinking one way, we should think another way. What about after the protest, maybe after the revolution happened, that the revolution just, let me say, takes away bad leaders? You understand? Maybe the revolution takes away the bad leaders. What are the remaining people? What are they going to do?
No, the revolution, right? The problem of Nigeria, you know, Peter Obi is a nice man. I don't agree with him anyway, that the problem of Nigeria is bad leadership. Okay. The problem of Nigeria is not bad leadership, it's more than bad leadership. So that is why, if you do a revolution and just remove the bad leaders, it's not going to change Nigeria. I
believe that. I know about that.
So Nigeria problem. So if the revolution happens, you don't understand. What I'm saying is that the Biafra fight, we hide under that revolution. As the revolution is happening, because all the institutions of governance will be weakened during the revolution. Then, when all those institutions are weakened, remember, you know that right now, you agree with me. I'm sorry to say, but some Yorubas are very tribalistic. That is true. Especially those ones now that are doing Yoruba Arunu that Tinubu is sponsoring. They call themselves Yoruba First. Now, when the revolution starts, the Yorubas that do not support Tinubu, that do not support what Tinubu is doing, will support the revolution. But those Runus, there are still many. Those ones will be against the revolution. So at the end of the day, there will be a kind of, this thing that the Yorubas will be saying, that you push our brother out of power. You understand? Okay. Then you will not start hearing of Yoruba nation or Duduwa nation. Biafra is already there. Nigeria will break. I'm telling you, this revolution, if it happens, is going to lead to the breakup of Nigeria, not to a better Nigeria. Because there can never be a better Nigeria with tribalism and religion. That religion is number one. We can't be number. We can't have a good Nigeria, because that religion is still there. You are still going to have those emirs that will go to the on Friday and tell the people what to do. Exactly. Those feudal system not.
That is right.
So that's what I believe is going to happen. So that's what I'm saying. Right. Biafra should just, instead of talking against the protest, because talking against the protest is actually benefiting Tinubu. So instead of talking against the protest, just keep quiet and let anything that has to work. But we're not asking you to just go on the street. No. Let them start it. When it becomes a revolution, it's almost becoming a revolution, join them. Because at the end of the day, let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way, my brother. If the protest actually starts now in the north,
okay,
where do you think the northerners are going to target? Whether you join or not. Is it not the source of Biafrans?
Yeah.
Right now, as they are planning this thing, I'm telling you now, some northern youths now, they are already looking at the source that they are going to enter that day. That they are going to break into that day to steal things.
There is no doubt about that.
Yes. So whether you join or you don't join, they are already targeting your store. They will break into your store that day. That's the truth.
So, yeah, I understand what you are saying. After all, it's a hunger protest. Hunger is one of the reasons they are protesting. So they will be looting. I know about that.
Yes, they already planned. In fact, let me explain something to you. There is a Hausa Christian lady that is explaining in details what these people did to Christianity in the north. Do you know that? He said there was. You see that coup, is it 1966 coup, right?
Yeah.
That happened. They said if not for that coup, the northern Hausas, the northern Fulanis and Hausas, the Muslims, they already concluded on how there was going to be a revolution by Saudana. They said they already shared the Christian properties in their meeting. The mosque, they already shared their own properties. They were in the house, but the people already shared their properties. They say this house is for Hawa, this house is for Muhammad. They already shared their property. The Christians did not know. Now, a situation now happened, like people were now fighting. Some people came to separate them. Christians were there, separated the DC. So what was the problem? So one of them said, let's even tell you, do you even know what the problem of the cause of this problem? I said, what's the problem? Say they shared the houses, they now gave him one house. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said when they shared the properties of the Christians, they gave him mud house. So why did they share mud house for him? Why didn't they share block house for him? So Christians were in the house, not knowing that they have even shared their own properties.
That is serious.
They were fighting for property that they have not even seen. That people were still inside. They were fighting using knife. That somebody said they gave him mud house instead of that. So somebody's house. So the same thing. So Biafra that are saying we are not joining. They have already shared your properties. Your supermarkets, how they will enter and loot it, they already planned it. That's the truth. So whether you join or you don't join, you understand. So it's a lose-lose. So you just decide on what you want to do. Let them start it, and you join them because it's a hunger. They will break every store where there is food. They will loot properties. So that's the other thing. That's for me. I would advise Biafrans, speak less. Let them do what they want to do. When the thing starts, join them and scatter everywhere. And get our Biafra instead of waiting for 10 years.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy your analysis. Thank you so much. So our brother Condem from the US is telling us that those who want to join the protest should join the protest. That there is no need to be waiting for maybe 10 years or so many years to come, where the Biafra agitation is going to, be actualized before you will start enjoying the dividends of being a good citizen. So said you should join the protest. Let me read some comments. Thanks for joining, everyone. Okay. Oxinese says even Buhari said there is nothing to restructure. Yeah, I'm really surprised, to be honest, why so many people from the northern politicians, anytime you talk about restructure, they are so adamant about it. They just want to talk for their mind. If you want to restructure Nigeria, it's something against them. It's something against them. It's something that they don't want to talk about. No, restructuring is nothing to write about. It's so pathetic. Let me receive this call from AZ. Hello, Mr. AZ. Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning, sir. We can hear you.
Wow, how are you?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a little contribution regarding that. There's a caller that just spoke now, though, that was talking about how Biafra should keep quiet and wait for the revolution to start, join and scatter everything.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay, yes. The caller is very wise. I agree with everything he said. I even agree that Biafra should keep quiet.
Okay.
But it's not possible for Biafrans to keep quiet in the middle of a war where people need instructions on how to behave. So if we had an authority, if we had a club where everybody had closed door meeting and you tell them what to do, like in Iowa Republic in the north, where you have the Muslim leaders.
Yeah.
When they go to the mosque, they tell them what to do, you understand? So when they come out, they agree in one voice. That is the reason why when they plan a coup, when there's a riot, you don't hear about it, okay, until it happens. But in Igbo, I don't know why people keep shouting in Igbo. In Igbo don't have that. In Igbo do not have one meeting where everybody can go to church, come out and agree on one thing, what to do. So that is the only reason why I want to contribute. I disagree with the caller. Okay, so the caller cannot say that Igbo should keep quiet. Igbo cannot keep quiet. Igbo must keep doing what they are doing now. They sit at home. And somebody must keep reminding them, like if someone else is doing a very wonderful job, telling people what to do and what not to do. I'm not saying that you should agree with everything he says, but even if you don't agree, you must obey order because we're in the middle of war. We're not in a democracy, you see. So Igbo must be told not to participate in any revolution. That's number one. Number two, I want to make it very clear: there's not going to be any revolution in Nigeria under any condition. See, let me tell you something, though. If you look at what happened in Kenya, people are using Kenya as an example. There's a revolution in Kenya. That's not the revolution. The reason why they started that thing, they wanted Ruto to resign. Remember that, number one.
Yeah.
Ruto has not resigned. He's still there. So the revolution failed.
Instead of him to resign, he sacked all his cabinet.
Exactly. I made a contribution on the comment. My name is Emmanuel Ojek. If you read the comment, I already said that on the comment section. But I just wanted to call him so that people can hear it. Yeah. So he failed using those people as a scapegoat. And people are praising him that he had a meeting where Kenyans were asking him questions on social media and he was answering. Yeah, because he's afraid what is going to happen next. And he knows that he has diffused the situation. Yeah. So in Nigeria, it's the same thing. Nigerians are so scared of revolutions. It's like, look, let me tell you something. There's a revolution that happened in Egypt. Okay? Yeah. That started in not Morocco. Just anyway, it's spread up to all they call it Arab Spring. Okay.
Yeah, North Africa.
Yes, North Africa, but they call it the Arab Spring. That was the name of the revolution, Arab Spring. Okay. It started from Tunisia. Tunisia. Then it spread all the way to Egypt.
Yeah, I read about that, the North African Revolution.
Yes, okay. And Nigerians were saying, the revolution that's going to happen in Nigeria is going to be 10 times Arab Spring. What happened in Egypt is going to be a child's play. Nonsense. They were talking blah, blah, blah. Nothing happened. The closest we came to revolution is the one that happened at the Lekki toll gate. And the war massacre, the thing failed. Okay? Yeah. So any Igbo person, you people keep saying Igbo. I'm not Igbo, I'm a Biafra. Okay? But I'm a Biafran first of all. Okay. Because for you to be a nationalist, okay? Okay. You must believe in a greater cause than yourself. Yeah. A nation cannot make a people, but a country will make a people. So Nigeria is not a country because you have all these. I mean, the caller that just called now, the guy is very, very wise. I was listening to him intently, very, very wise, but he deviated. If you look at Nigeria, the reason why there's not going to ever be a revolution in Nigeria is this. Let me tell you that I used to live like the back of my hand. Okay, I know Nigeria like the back of my hand. And I know the world like the back of. I have traveled everywhere in the world. Name it, I've been there, done that. Okay. So I'm Nigeria. Nobody can tell me anything about Nigeria. The reason why there's not going to be a revolution in Nigeria is this. Islam, number one. Okay. Since the time of Danfodio, the major goal, the major agenda was to Islamize Nigeria, which is what the guy said now, but he didn't mention Usman Danfodio. I'm just bringing that up. The reason why Usman Danfodio stopped was because the British stopped him, okay, at Okocha. They've already conquered the Yoruba tribe. Yoruba has been conquered. They conquered the Lorraine, Kwara, they were going to Lagos to dip the Quran into the sea. It was the British that stopped them. That is the reason why Yoruba people are half and half Islam today, half Christian, half Islam. If the British hadn't come, Yoruba people would have been conquered completely. All of them would have been Islam today. The only people that is stopping Nigeria now from being Islamic, total Islamic nation is Igbo, Biafra land. Igbo, Ibibio, Ijo, all those places. That is the reason why Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. So anybody that's telling you that Nigeria is going to
have a revolution,
it's not going to happen. If you look at the Talakawa, he's talking about hunger, this and that. I lived in Kaduna all my life. These people have been rummaging through trash, beggars everywhere. We didn't have beggars in Igbo before. It's just now that's coming. But they have been begging from times immemorial. If you look at the leper capital of the world, it's in Uganda. You look at the beggar capital of the blind, everything is in Uganda. And then they haven't revolted. They are content with what they are. We went there to help the Alhajis, the MS, and all those people to remove to put the people from poverty. They told us, you're not going to tell us what to do.
Serious?
Are you listening? Okay, you're not going to tell us what to do. It's our business. Go and mind your business. This guy, the John man that thought he was going to fix Nigeria, good luck, Jonathan. They tried it to remove poverty. He built school for them. They told him to stop. You're wasting our time. That is not your job. After he left office, what did they do? They closed all those schools that he built for them. Okay? That is the reason why I don't support P2B. P2B is an idiot. Excuse my language for that.
Please don't use that language for him, please.
Okay. I'm sorry. I will withdraw that statement.
Yeah.
P2B is going and he's building borehole. And he thinks it's poverty, they don't have water. But those people have money to build borehole for their people. Okay? And now they're telling him to stop building borehole. He's telling them that building borehole is just a short-term plan. But he was building borehole in Anambra State for 8 years. And today they're still building borehole in Anambra State. So is that a short-term plan or long-term plan? And you think you're going to replicate the thing in the North? The point I'm trying to make is that the North don't want all of that, though. In the North, if you have Islam, okay, which is an ideology, and it's a political movement, okay, they combine it with religion. They hide under religion so that you don't attack it. You see? But Islam is a political ideology. The same way communism is a political ideology. The same way socialism is a political ideology. So if you combine all those things, okay, and you say we're going to have a revolution. I'm a Christian. What makes you think a Muslim wants to join me to have a revolution for me to come and become the president of Nigeria? When Usman Danfodio has already told you that Fidel cannot be the president of Nigeria. Sadano of Sokoto that died in Kaduna, the guy that killed Sadano of Sokoto, Nzogu, used to come to my house. Let me tell you now, I'm telling you first class history that you're not going to hear from anybody. Kaduna Nzogu used to come to my house. Okay, across from my house was the Alhaji, where all the ministers in Kaduna used to come and have their meeting. Okay, this Sadano of Sokoto in the front of my house. The man had a watch in his hand. He says he's working with plan. Even this guy that called now made a reference to that, but he didn't know that. He's just telling you general information. But I'm telling you first-hand information. Okay? It's biding time. If the coup hadn't happened, okay, they would have planned the coup to wipe out the Igbo in the north too. Because the mission is to Islamize Nigeria. You see? There was a guy, a very big missionary. The guy now. This is a Baptist minister. When he came to Kaduna, they told him he was going to die and they were going to dip the Quran into the sea. 1 week later, the guy that threatened him died. Because their mission is to wipe out Christianity. Their mission is not because of hunger. Hunger is just an excuse that they're giving now under Tinubu. Didn't we have hunger under Buhari? Hunger is just an excuse, even if hunger is their mission. Let them start it in the north, but they're not going to do that though. Because if you look at the reason why they brought in Tinubu, because they were expecting that Igbo people are going to resist Tinubu and there was going to be war between the Igbo and the Yoruba people. That is the reason why they put Tinubu there. They hate, let me tell you something now. These people hate Yoruba people more than they hate Igbo people. That's the reason why I keep telling people, remove Igbo from the equation. Don't talk about Igbo people. If you want to, if you're a Biafran, tell people you're a Biafran. Stop telling people I'm Igbo. They hate Igbo people. No, they hate Yoruba people more than they hate you. I'm telling you this now, first-hand information. And Yoruba people and Igbo people have never fought a war in Nigeria. Igbo people and Hausa people have never fought a war in Nigeria. Everything they do that they target against the Igbo is to placate the Yoruba people to support them against the Igbo. But if the Igbo people were gone out of Nigeria today, you see their target would be Yoruba. Because that's where those are the people they wanted to conquer in the beginning, not Igbo people, and they already conquered them anyway. You see? Anyway, in close, let other people talk. Okay?
Yeah, I was enjoying what you were saying. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time and analysis. You know, this place, I am learning some history that I have not learned. Though I am a kind of person, when I hear something, I will still go and do more research about it to still know, because I'm still going to teach people, I'm still going to tell people what happened. So when I hear from people, I'll still go and do research about it. I really appreciate, sir. Thank you.
Yes, that is very true. That's good that you're doing what you're doing, though, because it's a learning process, you know? Even if you make mistakes, I'm not going to come and tell you, oh, you're making mistakes, because you're learning, okay? But if you look at all the people, though, that are fighting, because the last question that you're asking that nobody wants to touch anyway is Nnamdi Kanu. Okay?
Yeah.
The reason why Nnamdi Kanu, okay, is a terror to them is because he's talking about Biafra. Remember now, we already fought Biafra. People say from 1967 to 1970. No, but the Biafra war started in 1966, because I was there when it started. Okay? Amadu Bello Kaduna, it used to be, you know, Prince Edward's way. Okay, they changed it to Amadu Bello way. That is where the riot started in Kaduna, okay, in 1966 to 1970. But people cut that part off. They want to start from 1967 because Ojukwu, okay, declared war in May 1967. But let me tell you something. My father advised Ojukwu not to go to Aburi. That it's not going to work. That the only reason why we are going to have Biafra is through war. This was in 1966. Okay? But Ojukwu still went to Aburi because my father wasn't educated, see? Okay? So I'm going to tell you something in the future so that you know who you're talking to. But right now, you're just hearing my voice. But eventually, you're going to see me so that you will know. Everything is by step. Everybody cannot come out at once. So that's why you don't hear my voice on the internet or social media, anything. But I just letting you know, Nnamdi Kanu, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still in jail is not because of anything, it's because he's talking about Biafra. People will come and tell you, analysts will come and tell you, oh, they released Igbo. Why don't they release Nnamdi Kanu? Igbo wasn't fighting for Duduwa Republic. He was trying to chase the, Fulani herdsmen out of the bushes. They terrorized him, he fled, and they captured him. And he has given up. So there's no comparison between Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igbo. There's no comparison between Nnamdi Kanu and the Fulani herdsmen. And let me tell you something, though. The reason why, you haven't heard this from anybody else, the reason why they arrested Sowore wasn't because he was talking about revolution now. It was because he had a meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, that is all. Because they know, Sowore does not believe in one Nigeria, but he's just using that as a cover. Revolution. So revolution is not going to happen. They arrested him because he had a meeting with Nnamdi Kanu. And I was there when he was giving Yoruba people paper to sign to imitate what the Igbo people, their friends, were doing. That is why they arrested him. Okay, so anyway, let me let you go. Just to keep that the point before, I get carried away here, right? So.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Good work, man.
Thank you so much. Wow, that is a wonderful information from that corner. You see, we learn a lot of things. So I enjoy hearing from people, I enjoy learning from people, and I also do research about it. Let me receive another call from Mr. Bosco. Good morning, Mr. Bosco. I've been waiting for this call. Please, you can reduce the volume of your video.
I just turned it off right now.
Okay, thank you so much. I've been waiting for your call.
Yeah, I just got back from work right now, man. You know how it is here in America.
You are welcome.
But anyways, yes, thank you, sir. So I was just listening to the other callers, but what I wanted to point out is this. I'm not you know, this is your show, this is your broadcast, you know, this I wouldn't tell you exactly what to do, you know, but it wouldn't be so nice or wise for people to call on your program and then they talk about this guy called this guy that lives in Finland that is a Nigerian agent saying he's doing a very wonderful or marvelous job. That is so insane, man. I don't even know why people are really taking that guy serious. After everything he has done to the Biafrans back home, the killings and everything, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, man. Nobody will convince you. I'm sure you have done your research. So I know, because if not, because, you know, the reason I don't want to, like, I know you're not an IPOB member, you're just a neutral guy who is, you know, doing a nice thing, you know, trying to educate our people. If not, you would have asked them, what exactly is he doing that they say he's doing a good job? That guy is recruited Nigerian agents over there, deceiving a lot of people. That's how they deceive a whole lot of us, a lot of people here in America. You know, I just don't want to dabble into it. Most of those people that talk about him, those are the autopiloters that are following him. Like I said, you know, it's not I don't know that's their own business or whatever.
Like yesterday, I was speaking with someone, and you know what the person told me? Said, until Nnamdi Kanu is released. So people are waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to be released.
All of them is going to be shameful. They're going to see what's going to happen. They will see it right in their faces. But let me tell you something. Most of them already know that what he's doing is wrong, but they keep supporting and then following him. And that is very, very shameful of all of them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get into that.
Yes.
That if they want to be gullible, they can be gullible by following him and listening to his trash. That guy is an agent. I don't understand why they can't get it. I don't understand why. Every time someone that idiot is there. It's lucky he doesn't live in America. If not, all this rubbish is talking about, you think we're a free man over here? That's impossible. You know? My brother, I just want to say one thing just right quick so I can let you go. See, when it comes to the revolution you're talking about, you see, the problem with Nigerians is this. Nigerian youths, I've never seen youths like this. You see, that's the reason why the late Buhari or whatever, that's why he called them lazy youths. When he was still living, he called them lazy youths. Even if they come up for a revolution, the problem is you will see a whole lot of them playing music, dancing, even on the street. Is that how you do a revolution? You gotta stand up for what you're looking for. You will come out and be dancing and eating and even do a couple of rubbish. That's not a revolution. That's why they're not serious. You cannot take Nigerian kids and Nigerian youth serious at all. You cannot. When they're serious, you will know. How can you look at what happened in Kenya? Do you see them playing music? You see how they stood up for what they're looking for. Their president has dissolved some of their most of the cabinet or whatever. I don't know what to say, but I heard it on news.
He dissolved your cabinet.
And then, he dissolved, but that's not the point. Dissolving the whole cabinet is not what the Kenyan youths are asking for.
They wanted him to resign.
They ask him to resign. They don't want him no more because it's a puppet. They don't want him to. They don't want him to rule them anymore. This is people who knows what they're looking for. People who's waiting for youths of Nigeria to revolt. They're wasting their time because that's not going to happen. It will not happen. I'm telling you, my brother. But we shall see. And let me tell you, like I said before, when I called in your program the other day, I said, listen, this Nigeria is the worst British creation because they when they amalgamated all this is like different nations they brought together. That's why nothing is working. If these people will accept, these people will not accept, these people will accept, these people will not accept, because of we're not the same people. We're not the same people. If Nigeria was like to be one country, I mean, same people, same culture, or whatever, and this thing is happening. If they want to revolt, once they revolt, everybody's going to come out and revolt.
Yeah.
Now, if they start a revolution right there in the northern parts, you will see maybe people in the west will say no. And we that they've been marginalized for so many years, we the Igbos, Biafrans or whatever, we will not want to come out, because if we come out, they will decide on us.
They might be having a revolution, maybe like a protest in the west or in the north. Nothing's going to happen to them. But let me tell you, once we do anything in the east, you see all these idiots, they come over and start killing us. So it's to be a very difficult, it will be very, very difficult for the revolution to happen. If it happens, well, we'll see. But what I'm just trying to tell you is this. Nigerian youths are not serious. Trust me, if a revolution starts today, you will see they'll start playing music on the streets. They'll start eating and dancing.
You say we start eating and dancing. You have to be serious. Yeah, you have to be serious in a revolution because this is it's not a joke. You know what you're looking for. Like I said before, Obi support to be in 2023 because what we want is outright, to leave Nigeria. Okay. Obi went and campaigned. You know what he did? He know what they told him at 10 Downing Street. He was in PDP. He went to 10 Downing Street and announced to say, okay, he wants to be in a Labour Party. Now he came and we know everybody's eyes, we know he won the election. Outright, no doubt. Yeah.
But Nnamdi Kanu has been telling him that they can never allow an Igbo man to rule, but they don't listen. All these people, they don't listen. And the thing that kind of pisses me off in the youth is, how can after Obi, he knew he won the election, and the youth, instead of them to, when they announced that election in the midnight, they should have said, hey, they should have voted to be asked him to win. Wait for what? Obi is a made billionaire. For your own, you are fighting for your own future. You don't have to listen to him. You have to come out and report if you really want to take your mandate. But they refuse and listen to him. So my brother, it's going to be a very difficult situation for them to have a revolution like that. But we'll sit down and watch and see how it's going to play out. Thank you, Mr. Okocha.
Thank you for your opinion. Let's see what happens about the revolution. But I'm so much interested. I'm going to be on ground for it. A week before the revolution protest, I'm going to see the preparation. If it's a serious something, I'm going to be on ground. There is no two ways about that. And how I wish is going to happen from state to state. Let each state organize their own protest. So I don't want a situation where everybody will pack to Lagos. Everybody will pack to Abuja. No. Let it be a national something where everywhere we feel the effects of that revolution. So that is what I wish to see. But another people who are also having their own opinion, I respect people's opinion so much. People say that it's better they sit at home because if they come out, federal government can be against them. I respect that, and I believe that day you can sit at home. Sit at home is another form of protest. I'm saying it that
everybody is entitled to do what they want to do.
Yes, everybody is entitled, to do what they want to do. So people who want to sit at home, you can sit at home. That is other form of protest, I believe, by sitting at home if you are afraid that people will kill you. But I believe that the life people in Nigeria are living now, that one is not life. So anyone who is afraid of anything now, meaning you have not started. So by the special grace of God, I will be on ground. And I will be live to cover everything that will be going on that 5th of August. So thank you so much for calling.
Yes, sir. Well done, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Thanks everyone for your time, patient contribution. Freedom TV says the revolution did not start for Ruto to resign. It started because of the finance bill. They only requested the Ruto to go after the killing of the protesters. Absolutely, it was. You see, there is one adage that they normally said in our area. They said the day a little child will throw away the residue of the oil, or the day a child will throw away the red oil, they will not ask him or her. But the day the person will just throw away the residue, they will remember the oil the person throws away. So the president of Kenya, it was the finance bill that, it was the finance bill is just like an introduction into that protest they did. It wasn't all about the finance bill, but the finance bill was the introduction, the title of what they were doing. But they were tired. They were tired about everything that has been going on. So they just used that finance bill to make sure that the thing will start. So that is like what is going to happen in Nigeria. I used to tell people, maybe one day they'll just say, let us go and protest. Let us go and protest. People will just come out in the street, boom, what is going to happen in Nigeria will happen. So all this pain people have been enduring, all this pain people have been enduring, when the time it will manifest will come, people will say, is it because of this they are protesting? But they won't understand that all this pain Nigeria has been going through, that it is in them. It is paining us. You see, we are in the street now. We are in the street. I'm on the street. So I have a lot of contacts with people. If you know what people are going on, if you know what people are going through, if you know what people are going through in their life, people can't even afford food. People can't do anything. So I don't see any reason why Nigeria should not rise now. I know that the situation will be worse. Well, I do say that so many Nigerians are still enjoying. When they finish enjoying, you know, what is happening is going to happen. But as far as I'm concerned, so many of them are still enjoying, because I don't know the reason why people can't even rise to do something. They can't rise to do something they want to do. So during the NSAS protest, thereabout, we protested, we did all sort of things, we did what we could do, but thank God that if God even safeguard our life. What of you, someone like me that have, because people died, people were shot in their food. I'm not better than them. So, but there is no need to give up. There is no need to give up at all. So I don't think there is any need to give up. What will happen will happen. Let anything that will happen. Protest is a fundamental human right. So I'm not going to be afraid that I'm going to protest. I'm not going to be afraid because I'm going to carry out my fundamental human right. So anything that the federal government plans to do, let them do. So that is the situation. We have been talking all this while about this protest. You know, there have been mixed reactions. Some people say that they don't want to do the protest. Some people say they will do. So as I said, it's a choice. But me personally, I want the protest to happen. I want it to happen, and I want to witness it live, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. Nigerians has been through a lot. Thanks so much, everyone. There have been a lot of comments. If I begin to read again now from where I stop, it's going to take so many hours. So please, I understand the recent comments over here. I understand the recent comments, just that, and allow people to share their own opinion. Allow people to share their own opinion. So do not allow anyone's opinion. You know, everybody has their own opinion. I'm a kind of person that respects people's opinion, because if I still share my own, people can disagree with me. So I respect people's opinion. Thanks everyone for joining in. So we didn't talk more about the Northern Senator that asked Tinubu not to release Nnamdi Kanu, because if you release Nnamdi Kanu, meaning Nnamdi Kanu will continue the Biafra agitation. So that man, I don't think he's with his right thinking sense, because if he's thinking well, he will not say that because Nnamdi Kanu refused to drop the Biafra agitation as a condition for his release. So he is now telling them not to release him because he will continue. But he got it wrong, because Nnamdi Kanu, as far as I'm concerned, has been released. So very soon he will be released. If it is too long, let it be the day they have next case. That is in September, where federal government will withdraw their case, and then Nnamdi Kanu will go home, and people will know what we start from there. I have a bitter story about Nigeria. You see, pray that Nigeria will not happen to you. The day I will share my story, people will understand why I personally believe that Nigeria will not work again. I personally believe that. Everybody who have benefited from Nigeria will not believe what I'm believing. People who have benefited from government, people who have gained from government fund, people who have gained from government money, they won't believe that Nigeria will not work. You know why? It is working for them, because they have to take bribe in the detriment of their future, in the detriment of the future of their children. They don't think about how tomorrow is going to be. What they are concerned is all about how much am I going to get. So that is what they have been doing right from onset. Once you are benefiting from government, if you see anybody talking about where you are benefiting, you will be sad. So that is the situation. Why people don't want to call for the disintegration of Nigeria peacefully. It's a civil thing to separate a country. It's a civil thing. And it is the right of the people to separate a country. Without the people, there is nothing like a country. It has been happening everywhere in the world. So Nigeria will not be an issue Nigeria that people, a human being like me, brought Nigeria together, and people are fighting to make sure they will keep the country. It's unfortunate anyway. Who called it a day? Okay, let me see this last two comments. Okay, I've heard what you said. I've heard. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining. So anyone that died for Nigeria is a fool. It's really a word. You said a word. Anyone that died for Nigeria is a fool. Nigeria is not worth dying for. So I believe even like this protest they want to do, people are not protesting because of Nigeria. Even Sowore did not believe in one Nigeria. You see what before the last conduct, there was a man that called. He said something that I knew before, but I forgot. The reason why they arrested Nnamdi Kanu was because he had a meeting with, the reason why they arrested Sowore was because he had a meeting with Nnamdi Kanu. That was why they arrested Sowore. So I know all those stories before. So like someone like Sowore, he's not doing a protest because he wants Nigeria to be one. He's doing a protest because those who don't want Nigeria to divide are still oppressing us, are still dealing with us. So that is the basis of his own agitation. Okay. Brother Tim Lion says that Igbo, those Igbos, Biko, don't protest. So that is the last warning. We have heard you. We have heard you. We have heard you. But someone like us, you know, we are going individually. We are going based on our personal something. So we are going there to make coverage. We are going there to protest as well. But I encourage people, you know, if you know your mind is not there, sit at home. Nigeria is not worth dying for, and people who are protesting are not protesting because they want Nigeria to be one. They are protesting because of what the bad politicians are doing, those who are holding us ransom. So that is what I believe. Yeah, Ratin Lion, amen. I say amen to your prayer. So thanks everyone for joining. I really appreciate your time and support, because from yesterday to today, I really understand what people think about anything protest again in Nigeria. So we carried out, you know, interview with two people yesterday on the street. I'm going to post the video. A lot of people are not in support of anything protest again. So people have gotten to the point of no return. Let this thing scatter, let it scatter, let it spoil. So people are even ready that anything that wants to happen, let it happen. But it's so sad. And from this live broadcast tonight, I really understand what people are feeling. So let's come together tomorrow evening to talk about, we have so many topics to talk about, very interesting topic to talk about tomorrow's night. So thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate everyone, those who are supposed to be working, those who are supposed to be sleeping. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for your time and everything. Thanks so much, and God bless you.